The reason things are not changing is not because you are not capable or you're not working hard enough. It's usually because you're not aligned with what you truly want, or you haven't made the right shifts in your mindset and actions to actually bring those dreams into reality. Because once you're taking the right steps, you should start seeing change in as little as 3 days if you commit to doing the work. And that is exactly what I'm going to help you do over the next 3 days. I'm going to walk you through a simple action plan that will help you clarify your goals, break through any mental roadblocks, and start moving in the direction of your ideal life. I promise you, by the end of these 3 days, you'll have a solid foundation for real lasting change. And you'll feel like you're finally in control of the life you're creating. Day one, we want to start with a strong foundation. So the first step is to get really clear on what you want and figure out what's been holding you back. The reason we start with clarity is because without it, it's like going on a long road trip without a map. You might be moving, but you're not sure where you're going. We don't want that. So here's the morning, afternoon, and evening plan for day one. Okay, so let's start with the steps I want you to take on the morning of day one. Get yourself a notebook or a phone if you prefer digital. Take 30 minutes to really think about what you want. What is it that you after? Do you want to get a promotion? Do you want to switch your career? Or do you want to start your own business? Are you looking to lose weight? Do you want to save a certain amount of money, pay off debt, or start investing? Is there a relationship you want to improve or a new one you want to build? Is there a skill you want to master? Whatever it is, be specific. And another thing, you want to make sure your goal is something tangible. So once you've written down your goals, take a moment to reflect on the value behind them. Why is this goal important to me? What will I gain from achieving this? For example, if your goal is to start a business, the value might be I want the freedom to work for myself and create something I'm passionate about. I want to feel financially independent. Knowing the why behind your goals is crucial. It's going to be the reason that will keep you going when things get tough, and the fuel or the motivation that will drive you forward. So go ahead, take your time with this process. The more clear you get on what you want and why it matters, the easier it will be to take action in the days to come. Now it's the afternoon of day one. Let's take a look at what's been holding you back. Everyone has fears and doubts, but it's important to be honest with yourself about them. So I want you to spend 20 to 30 minutes writing down any limiting beliefs you have. Here's how you'll find your limiting beliefs. Go back to your notebook where you wrote down your goals this morning and ask yourself, why haven't I manifested these yet? Pay close attention to the thoughts and feelings that come up when you think about why you haven't reached your goals. Do you find yourself saying things like, I'm not ready, I don't have money, it's too difficult? These are the limiting beliefs that might be blocking your progress. And you know what's funny? They might not even be true, but they have been holding you back from taking the necessary actions. So that's why the next step I want you to take is to challenge them. Yeah, go ahead, question them. Are these beliefs really true? What's the evidence against them? Most likely, you'll find that these beliefs are more about fear than reality. After you've challenged them, now you're ready to reframe these limiting beliefs into empowering statements. If you had thoughts like, it's too difficult, try shifting that to, yeah, it's going to be tough, but I can handle it. I'll figure it out step by step. And if I don't have money came up, reframe that to I may not have all the money right now, but there are ways I can start small and build from there. I can find a way. What you're doing here is that you are actually taking the bricks off your own thinking. When you change how you look at things, you can start seeing solutions instead of obstacles. That brings us to the evening of day one. So before bed, I want you to take 15 minutes to reflect on your day. How did it feel to write down your goals and beliefs? Did any limiting beliefs feel particularly strong? If yes, that's okay. Just notice them. Then I want you to write three things you are grateful for that day. You see, gratitude is a powerful tool to help you shift your mindset. So, if possible, I want you to make that part of your daily routine. Congratulations on completing day one successfully. And now that you know exactly what you want in different areas of your life and also have reframed the beliefs that might be holding you back, it's time to shift into the version of yourself who already has those things. Lesson number one for day two. Please listen carefully. The person who has achieved your goals thinks, feels, and acts differently than the person you are right now. So that's why the goal for today is to start aligning with that future version of yourself. So as soon as you wake up today, take a moment to set the tone for your day. Go over your goals again, but this time I want you to think beyond the what. I want you to start thinking about the who. Who is the person you want to become in order to achieve these goals? What does this future version of you think about themselves? Do they believe they are worthy of success, love, and happiness? Do they think they are capable of achieving their goals? How does this person feel on a daily basis? Are they confident, calm, and excited? Are they stressed and anxious? What kind of mindset does this future version of you have? Do they believe challenges are just opportunities to learn? Do they stay positive even when things don't go perfectly? Take a few minutes to visualize yourself as this future version. Imagine what your day looks like from their perspective. How do you carry yourself? How do you think about obstacles? How do you respond when things don't go according to plan? The key here is to start thinking, feeling, and acting like the person who has already achieved everything you're working towards. It's not just about checking off tasks, it's about becoming the person who can accomplish them. So, if the future you would feel calm and confident, how can you bring a little bit of that into your day to day? If the future you would believe in their own ability, how can you shift your self talk to match that belief? Spend a few minutes reflecting on these questions and really start to tap into the thoughts and the feelings of your future self. This mindset shift is what will start creating the alignment you need to take inspired action rather than just pushing through the motions. And starting now, I want you to be very intentional with your time because it's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment or thinking that everything has to fall into place first. But here's the truth. Momentum comes from simply doing, not waiting. So go back to your list of goals and review them. Ask yourself, what would the future version of me do right now? The person who's already living your ideal life. What actions would they take today to move closer to their goals? For example, if you focused on your career, maybe the future version of you would take the first step by reaching out to a mentor or updating their resume. If your goal is fitness, perhaps your future version would schedule a workout or plan a healthy meal for the week ahead. Now, write down three things you absolutely need to get done today. These should be actions that move you forward, even just a little. Choose one thing that would be a game changer and commit to it first. just make it happen. The key here is to stop waiting for everything to align perfectly. Start acting like the future version of you who's already successful, confident, and making progress every single day. Now, for the evening of day 2, after your work day, take some time to reflect. Think about how the day went. Did you hit your goals? What went well and what didn't go as planned? And please remember, you're not here to judge yourself. You just need to become aware of your progress and adjust where needed. So ask yourself, what would the future version of me say about today? If the future you is already living your ideal life, would they recognize the effort you put into today? Would they see setbacks as part of the growth process? If so, acknowledge what worked and celebrate those wins no matter how small. Now, if there were tasks that didn't get done, move them to tomorrow's list and reflect on why they weren't completed. What can you do differently tomorrow to ensure success? This future version of you didn't get there by giving up when things didn't go perfectly. They adjust, they learned, and they keep going. Take a moment to check in with how you're feeling about your progress. Do you feel aligned with the steps you are taking today? If not, what can you do to shift or adjust to stay on track? Remember, your future self is grateful for the work you are putting in, and they are focused on progress, not perfection. Well done! You are one step closer to becoming the person who is living your ideal life. Day 2 is complete. So by now, you've already cleared some mental clutter, you set your tangible goals, and you have been taking significant steps toward achieving them. Isn't that wonderful? But today, we are going to focus on strengthening the mindset that will keep you aligned with the person you are becoming. Because we don't want to just be focusing on doing. I need you to focus more on being that future version of yourself now. That's why today the focus is on your mental state. The future version of you, the person who has already achieved the life you're working toward, has a different mindset, different beliefs, and a different way of handling challenges. So this morning, I want you to spend 10 to 15 minutes really embodying that version of yourself. What thoughts would your future self have? Would they be calm and confident, or would they still doubt their worth? How would they view challenges? Would they see obstacles as temporary and solvable? What would they tell you right now? Maybe they'll say, keep going. This is just the beginning. Or trust yourself. You've got this. Spend a few minutes in a quiet place, imagining yourself fully stepping into that person. Feel what they feel and think what they think. And I would recommend you do that every day because this will help you reinforce the mindset you need to continue moving forward. Now for day 3 afternoon, let's tackle the fear that will come up with your growth. Because now that you're dreaming big and taking action towards the things you've never thought possible, you're going to start experiencing fear. And this is totally normal because when you step into a new territory, especially when you're pursuing goals that are bigger than what you've done before, your mind will start to warn you. It's gonna start telling you things like, maybe this goal isn't realistic, or what if this doesn't work out? That's your subconscious mind playing tricks on you to keep you safe. But I want you to remind yourself that fear is simply a sign that you are on the right path. Your mind is just trying to keep you safe by keeping you inside your comfort zone. But the future version of you, they've already walked this path. They know that fear is just a natural part of your growth. They don't let it stop them. Instead, they embrace it because they know it means they are moving towards something bigger. So this afternoon, I want you to acknowledge the fear as it shows up instead of running from it or letting it hold you back. Recognize it for what it is. It's just a sign that you are growing. Write down the fears that are coming up for you. Are you afraid of failing? Are you afraid of being judged? Or maybe you're just afraid of not being good enough. Just write them down. Then next to each fear, write a few beliefs. For example, if you fear failure, reframe it to failure is a lesson. Every successful person has failed before. They kept going, and so will I. And keep that in mind. The future version of you doesn't avoid fear. They step through it because they know it's just a part of the process. So I challenge you to embrace your fears today, and you'll see your confidence begins to grow right along with it. Now we are in the evening of day 3. As you reflect on day 3, take some time to look back on how far you've come, not just in the steps you've taken, but in the person you've become. How have your thoughts and feelings shifted over the past 3 days? Are you more confident, more aligned with your vision? Do you feel more connected to that future version of yourself? Have you started to act, think, and feel like them? Tonight, I want you to write down what you've learned about yourself and how you've grown. What new strengths have you discovered? What did you do today that your future self would be proud of? And where can you continue to improve tomorrow? Well done again. You've made it through these 3 transformative days. You've laid the foundation for incredible change. But remember, this is just the beginning. The journey doesn't stop here. Every day, you'll continue to align with that future version of yourself. So keep refining your mindset, challenging your fears, and taking actions that move you closer to your goal. And remember, you need to be consistent. Each day is an opportunity to become the person you need to be to live the life you want. So keep showing up for yourself, and these shifts you're making now will create lasting change. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Darlene. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel for more content like this one. And as we're leaving, I want you to remember this. You don't have to be perfect to start, but you do have to believe in the incredible potential within you. And honestly, the first step is simply trusting that you are capable of more than you realize.